do not recommend anybody does this. Hit record in case something terrible happens, and off we go. This is a drone, a quadcopter, a electronic flying camera machine, and it does not respond well to being dropped in water. Which is why today I am out here on Lough Neagh to show you how to successfully, hopefully, launch and land your drone from a paddleboard. So one of the first things you need to realize about paddle boards is that they're really not inherently the most stable of craft. Swallowed half the lot. Attack! I am coming to drown you. So just at the start to say, I 100% do not recommend anybody does this, because there's just so many there's just so many dangers in doing this. One, taking off and landing, there's a reasonable chance it's going to land in the water. Secondly, you got to take it off and land it really close to your face, which is why I definitely wouldn't recommend doing it with a larger drone. Any drifting and you're just going to slide into and slicey dicey. So do this at your own risk, but if you're gonna do it, this is how I've been doing it. The astute among you might notice that I am now on my own. That's because when I tried to do this previously, I forgot to bring my phone, so I was unable to hook up the controller and fly the drone like a complete idiot. So I'm back out here, and just so you weren't able to say, Stephen, you're really near the shore, that's minimum risk. I am out in the middle of the loch, at least 200 meters from shore. If this drone drops in the water, I will never see it again. So I've got my paddle stowed here. That's the dry bag that I was storing the drone in, and then I've got this bag here. This is not waterproof, but it's sort of water resistant where I've got the drone. So I'm going to get myself into better position and show you how I will do this. Get yourself positioned on the board so that you've got maybe your bag with your drone and stuff on it on one side, and you've got a nice clear area of the board on the other side. Something else to mention is probably the weather. You do not want to do this in wind forecast anything above about 5 miles an hour. Currently it's around 3. Any more than that and the board bobbles too much, and well, you could risk it, but you also risk dunking it. So I'm just going to get this all set up here. I'll set up the drone first, take the little cover off. And this bit's terrifying because one false move, it's gone. One accessory falls over the edge, it's gone. A jet ski decides to fly past me at speed. Everything is going in the water. So I've got the drone. set it up on there, nice flat and secure surface, and then get the controller set up. And this is where it's terrifying because I have to take out the sticks. If I drop one of those, never see that again. You just have to keep really careful control over everything. And then I need my phone to go on that. Keep it in my wetsuit, attached to a floating lanyard in a waterproof case. Have to take it out of this case now. So this is a scary bit because, again, this requires a little bit of prying, and if I judder or make the wrong move, my phone will go over the side, and that will be the last I ever see of it. Set that there. Quickly put that all back in the bag. You just have to be really careful. Stow everything that you're not currently doing anything with. Just put it somewhere. And then when I'm putting the phone in the controller mount, I just be really careful not to do it over the water. Keep my hand behind it in case, because sometimes you push with your thumbs and it jumps. Okay, it's in. Thought there was a jet ski coming there. Okay, unlock that. Turn on your controller first. That's just good practice. And get the app loaded up. So, and turn on the drone. For launching, you can hand launch, or you can just launch directly from the board. I'll maybe show you both, okay? So I'll start off by just launching from the board. Again, take a final look around you, make sure there's nobody nearby, make sure there's no large waves or anything like that about to hit you. You have to remember you cannot use return to home when you do this, because the spot you take off from is not the spot you will be when by the time you're landing. The paddleboard will drift. You have to land manually, either in your hand or on the board. I will try both with my mad skills here, but I'll start off just a normal manual launch off the board. Sticks down. Hit record in case something terrible happens, and off we go. Okay, when it comes to landing, you've got two options. You can hand land it, or you can try and land it on the board. I'm going to do both. So to hand land it, get it into position as near you as possible. Stick your hand out under it. You might see the drone react slightly to your hand, but after a couple of seconds, then just pull down on the left stick and the drone will go down into your hand and grab it. So let's try that. So put my hand directly underneath. It goes up slightly. You can't see this, but the drone went up slightly because it spun up my hand. Ah, no, come back. This is so scary. Don't land in my face. Okay, and pull the stick all the way down and grab it. Okay, that is by far, well, don't know which way is more risky, but that is really scary because you drift to one side and it's in your face, go too far the other direction and it's in the water, and sometimes when you grab it, it won't continue the landing sequence, so you gotta flip it upside down to cut it off. Then the second way that you can launch this drone is by a hand launch. Hand launch is much safer. Just simply hold it out in front of you, push the takeoff button on the screen, just tap it, takeoff pops up, press and hold, and then you got a couple of seconds to get it into position and let go, and it'll rise up to 1 meter or so, and then you can fly around. Okay, the other way to land, and honestly I don't know which is worse, is just to manually land it on the board. I think this one's possibly safer if it's not as windy. So you got to get the quad over the board without shredding your face. This is very close to my face, and manually land on the board using the last few seconds to correct if you need to. And that is how you fly a drone from a paddleboard. Oh, that is absolutely terrifying. The landing is definitely worse than the takeoff, because takeoff's easy, you can hold it. I think the hand launch is definitely the easiest way to launch it. Of the two landing methods, I honestly don't know which one is better. They're both awful and they're both terrifying. But yeah, do it at your own risk. But definitely do not use return to home, or it'll just land straight in the water and, you know, sink to the bottom. Well, hope you enjoyed this little video about how to launch a drone from a paddleboard. In case you haven't noticed, I now have a paddleboard. This is an Aquaplanet paddleboard. I also have a Decathlon one. I figured it being this summer's sort of most trendy craze, outdoors craze to get into, that I had no choice but to get involved. So you can expect to maybe see a few more paddleboarding videos. And I have realized that people don't actually know what it is, so I'll maybe go into that as well. Just in case you don't know, this is an inflatable paddleboard. This is inflatable, but it's a high pressure inflatable board. This is inflated up to 19 psi. For comparison, your typical dinghy, like just inflatable dinghy you would paddle around in, goes up to about 1 psi. So this feels, it feels rock solid when you're on it, and you can stand on it, and you can kneel on it, you can convert it into a kayak. Just a fun bit of freedom. Anyway, more on paddleboards in future videos. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you may learn something. Possibly, if only, to never try this. But I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my paddle. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a look around the channel. I make videos about the outdoors, running, technology, specific small technology, small cameras. I've been talking continuously for too long. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.